We had Andrew Dillon on the show on Friday. We raised some of your concerns about the new ruck rule interpretation. You might have a solution for us.
I haven't seen all the games, but there was some concerning ones pretty early on in the week.
Some funny stuff going on. Grundy was hilarious. He's outfoxed his opposition completely to milk a free. And it's a big free.
Yeah, it is. It's set about huge.
It's a huge. The consequences are enormous. And wait till we get to the business end of a big game and see what happens.
And there's not much the GWS ruck Madden could have done because the ball was on Grundy's side.
Grundy just stepped back at the last second and he just fell over the line basically because he was expecting to run into the other ruckman. So why doesn't everyone just do that every time?
Good point.
What's the solution?
Well, I think so. At the moment, when you read the rule, I'm hoping I actually haven't read the rule, but this is how I've been told the rule. The rule is you can't cross the line, so it's a pretty black and white rule. I like the idea of potentially putting it into the umpire's hands, which makes them give them a bit more work, which sometimes isn't good. But you can't deliberately cross the line to impact the ruckman's go at the ball. So you just don't have to throw the rule out of the book, but just tweak it.
JFL would have tested this a lot.
It's hard to test because they haven't had last year there was a bounce. So every time they're watching them jump, there was a bounce. So it is different. Like I said I actually don't mind the rule for my own personal gain. Sometimes they'll come up against rucks where I feel like I'll go all right. I just didn't love watching the first 2 or 3 games and some of the rules that were some of the free kicks that came. So I think maybe just less black and white.
I think they'll be more inclined to change things on the go with Greg Swan there, which is a good thing. So we'll see how that plays out. Hey, want to get to Stephen May. So unusual circumstances, I think, to say the least, this pre-season. There was talk of him getting traded. He stayed. And then the unusual circumstance where he wasn't at training. Police, we were told, rocked up to his house. Anyway, it's all culminated yesterday in him announcing his retirement on the eve of the season.
Yeah, we've been sort of kept in the dark on this a little bit as a playing group. He just hasn't been at training, and the word has been he's been focusing on his family and himself, and we've all been behind that. And then as recently as last night was when we got filled in. Maisie will come into the club today to do some sort of retirement speech, and we'll get a bit more information from Steve himself, but. The quote from Steve via the player WhatsApp and then the quote from the club is all he's retiring to focus on his family and himself.
So as captain of the club, you sort of had no line of sight that this was imminent, that his announcement was imminent?
As captain, no. As just a general bystander or a fan, you sit there and go, he hasn't trained for 4 or 5 weeks. Something is coming. Did I think a retirement? Probably not, just because I'm very unaware of situations why you would retire in March until we found out there is a list spot.
Is it unusual for the player to make the announcement? Normally there's some kind of press conference the club convenes and we find out in those circumstances.
I think it's all very unusual when a player retires in March and how it happens. I think it was starting to get leaked out from
a few journalists had reported on it, so I've got the sense he was reacting to that.
So, Steve and the club got on the front foot and did it last night, and then we get Steve in today.
So last night means that if he's no longer on the list today, because of the timing, you can actually put someone on the list. So the timing is quite, either deliberate or, coincidental that you can actually have a new player on your list as of tonight.
Let's go coincidental. I actually don't know this rule. I've just heard it rumoured, so I haven't read it. Again, I'm not great on my rules, but I think SPP finishes today.
Right.
So my understanding is if we do have a list spot, we're able to pick a player up.
It's a last chance if you have a spot to sign.
Yes, which we did last year. We had a guy go down with an ACL in this game last year, and we picked up Jai Kelly literally with an hour to go. So I'm presuming that's today. I think that's.
There's no one training at the club, so it'll be someone we haven't seen much.
There's Casey. There's Casey players, so we have a direct line with Casey, and they've been training pre-season as if they're Melbourne players, similar game plan.
Yeah.
But then, our recruiting team could have eyes on anyone around the country.
What will be his legacy at the club?
Well, premiership player, and played a massive role in 2021 around that. Chose to come to the D's in 2019 because off the back of 2018 we made a prelim. And he had a choice between Melbourne and Collingwood. And we ended up winning the Spoon in 19, or pretty close to it, and Collingwood played in the grand final.
Yeah.
So he felt like he made the wrong decision at that point, but then, 21.
Part of the Jesse Hogan trades and moving around.
Was he?
Yeah, he was part of that.
I would have put Entrecot in there somewhere.
That's the legacy inside this room because the guy gets asked every single time I'm on here.
Oh, look out, I just got the stare.
Yeah.
Well, I'm unhappy with the amount of free promotion that Entrecote's been able to get.
Surely you're
over
going to
the
get a
last
free
3 years.
steak out
Well, I
of it
haven't
at
yet.
least.
What about
One.
Motor? That's a good place to go. That's right. He has been a great player for the club.
Yeah.
And
All Australian twice, both when he was at
climbed
Bulls.
the highest mountain. And
Yep.
all right.
Well done, Maxie. Thanks for coming in. You guys off this week, of course, and then gearing up the week after. So business as usual this week.
We had opening round in year 1, and they realised that was a mistake to have the D's in there, and we haven't been back since.
Lift your eyes, Max. Come on.
All right.